You know, the question I have to ask is, what's greater than a man? And I've been taking a couple opportunities and chances to talk to individuals, moms, sons. They're shopping for school supplies, and the son's patiently waiting there with his mother. And I step up and ask the mom, I said, "May I speak to your son?" She said, "Absolutely." And I asked him the question, what's greater than a man? I challenge all the mothers out there. Go to your son and make sure you deliberately, intentionally explain the difference between a man and a gentleman. No mother is going to raise a man. I don't know if she consciously knows, but she subconsciously is raising a gentleman. When her son patiently waits while she's going through the school supplies, standing there pushing a buggy, that is a man being a gentleman. He's a young boy, 15, 16 years old, gunning, can't wait to be a man. But ladies, moms, females, women, do not let your male child get stuck into his man stage. And the closest thing to a gentleman is a boy, the sweet little boy in him. Okay, even though you see him as being a sweet little boy pushing a cart around, that is not what you want him to be 25 years from now, 10 years from now, when he's 25. You want him to be a gentleman. So make it very clear to him what's greater than a man. It's a gentleman. That's what a mother raises, a gentleman. A father raises a man. And sometimes we only get stuck onto the physical part, the protecting part. We don't understand the other two P's. We're supposed to parent the child. Do what your mother says, because she's going to mentally and emotionally nurture that child the correct way. So we have to support her, back her up. Do what your mother says. If we're not in agreement with it, then we discuss that in the bedroom, away from the children, in our cave. Okay, the mom and father do not go into the husband, the girlfriend, the boyfriend's bedroom. Mother and father belongs to the children. That stays outside. Once we decide what we're going to do as a couple, as a unit, then we come out and take on our roles as mother and father. And we make sure we show that unitedness to the child. They don't need to see us divided and argue. It's confusing to the child. Don't do that. The bedroom is supposed to be in our private area where we go through these things away from the children. Children are always supposed to be loud in our bedroom because we have to have that privacy so the children don't see our dilemmas and our aches and pains. But understand, the two things that's closer to a gentleman is a little boy, a father. Both of them, they have the care, and they care for things outside of themselves. A man is a very selfish creature. Even a woman, she has man in her. But a man is a very selfish creature. Okay, he don't think about nothing but himself. And there's nothing wrong with a man. There's nothing wrong with a woman. We're just not right for each other. We're at odds with each other. We have to learn to live with one another. And the only way we can do that is as a lady and a gentleman. A man and woman go to the house. A lady and gentleman goes inside the home. It's not about husband and wife. Even if you don't get married with that little piece of paper and that contract stating that you're husband and wife, you still got to respect each other as a lady and a gentleman. I will never stand in front of my God as a man. A man is a symbol of strength. I have no need to be strong in front of Jesus. He is my Savior and my protector. I have to trust him. So as a gentleman, I get on my knees. The man on me is on earth to be strong, to clear that path, to build that house for that goddess that's going to come to me as a woman to make my house into a home. We truly got to understand our manifestation and direction that we're going. The direction that we don't even know our direction ourselves, and yet we don't even tell our children. That's why I employ the women, the mothers, to tell their sons what's greater than a man. It's a gentleman, so they don't get stuck in their man form. Getting stuck, that's insane. Every woman comes in your life and bring out a different type of man, but you stuck in your man, it's not successful. A man and a woman are always at odds. Even a woman. Every man come in your life can bring out a different woman in you. That insanity loop to do the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. You have to become a lady. You have to give up that man and you entrust something greater than you. But you got to make sure it's worthy of the man in you. And that man, he has to be willing to earn it and know, not on a physical level, but on the mental and emotional. And that means he has to choose to be a gentleman. Choose to be a gentleman. Then you learn how to accept the mental and emotional and be able to see with that. Right now we see with our little eye. Our little eye. Little head, little eye. Physical eye. Okay? You got to start mentally seeing and emotionally seeing, just as well as physical. I know we got the physical down, but we got to bring that mental and emotional into it. Your emotion is your third eye. Understand that. Open yourselves up and become that gentleman. That's something you have to choose. God will not accept a man in us. And I tell you, do not stand in front of God. Jesus. Jesus is not going to let a man through heaven's gate. And if you don't know that, you're not going to be able to approach heaven's gate. Only a gentleman can approach heaven's gate. Only a gentleman. If you don't understand that, you're going to disrespect and offend. You're going to be stuck in purgatory, waiting in the waiting area of heaven's gate just to see if you're allowed to go through. Until you confess to all the things that you have done as a man. And only a gentleman can confess to them things. And he knows what they are. God speaks to you. Jesus speaks to you in your thoughts. Speak back to him in your thoughts. Confess your thoughts. But what's greater than a man? It's a gentleman. He's twice the creature. He does things that a man cannot do. He does things a man say he won't do. And when you're not willing to learn the other side of you, you're only learning 180 of you. The complete you is male, boy, man, and gentleman. Only to return to heaven as a gentle angel. A gentle angel, no man. Man is a foul creature. Man is a foul creature. Jesus is not going to let a man through heaven's gate. It's like a pair of dirty shoes. It carries sins of the flesh, the physical, the spirit. Once you confess, your spirit will release from your soul. That can go through heaven's gate. Have a blessed day.